We are at the height of the hottest part of summer, the most grueling days of summer. And at the height of the heat of summer, humanity is glowing so brightly with this golden warmth and radiance from the sun that it's actually been found that we naturally glow with more of the sulfur mineral in our bodies this time of year, as sulfur itself glows this bright yellow gold color. And when we're glowing this brightly, lower level energies and entities can be attracted to this radiant light of our divinity. And so right now we've got the Perseids meteor shower that can be seen every summer through August. And it's at its peak right now as I'm making this video. So you can see it in the sky. You can see it between about midnight and sometime before sunrise. So the prime time to see it is between midnight and 4 a.m. when the constellation Perseids is above the horizon. And I recommend, if you don't have one already, downloading an app on your phone that uses the compass for you to see what's going on astronomically in your sky. And I use the one called Star Walk, but you can, there's lots of apps that do this. So it's literally, the Perseids meteor shower is literally a shower of iron. And it appears to be raining down from Perseids' sword as he defeats the Medusa. So she is the seductive one with 100 hidden snakes that penetrate the divine soul and turn it into stone. So they talk about her as being beautiful, seductive, and deceptive. And then, as the story goes, she had made an oath to Athena. She betrayed that oath. She betrayed Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and she's the goddess of wisdom and righteous war. So she turned the mortal woman into the Gorgon as punishment for her lies, her betrayal. So the Medusa Gorgon, could not be defeated by anyone who attempted. She was turning everybody to stone until Perseids showed up. So he was a demigod, and he was fully supported and armed by 4 different gods, helped him out with this. And one was Athena. She gave him her sword of wisdom, her shield of wisdom. And Hermes gave him wings, so he could travel, he could fly. And he had a sword of truth, and he had a helmet. But you can, I'll put the link in the description below if you would like to read the entire story. It's on theoi.com. And also, I'll put the link, if you'd like to go to my blog and subscribe to my blog, you will be the first to see whenever I write my analysis of the astrology and how it's affecting us down here and how we can use this knowledge for our benefit. So to subscribe to my blog, you can go to thestarqueen.com/blog, or I'll put the link in the description below also. And so there are many Gorgon dragons depicted on the Earth's sky. So, and this is the specific story that rains down for us to remember during the month of August, when the Perseids are raining down their iron onto Earth to contribute protection and strength, is, it's an important story to remember this time of year. Just to know that we are protective, and we have free will, and we can call on this protection if we so choose. So I'd like to read, actually, Rudolf Steiner wrote in his 4 Seasons and the Archangels, he says, from the standpoint of the cosmos, this is a majestically beautiful sight, for it is in glorious astral light that human beings shine out into the cosmos during high summer. But at the same time, it gives occasion for the Ahrimanic power to draw near to man. for this power is very closely related to the sulfurizing process in the human organism. We can see how, on one hand, man shines out into the cosmos in the St. John's light, and on the other, how the dragon-like form of Ahriman winds its way among the human beings, shining in the astral light, and tries to ensnare and embrace them, to draw them down into the realm of half-conscious sleep and dreams. So this is Rudolf Steiner, Four Seasons and the Archangels. And so these meteors do show up in the perfect timing to strengthen our souls with this, the mineral of iron when the planet needs it. And it's to fortify us with his protection from heaven in the most challenging days of summer, and so that we can prepare for the cycles of ahead. So it's well known that whenever the blood is rich in iron, the body recovers well from challenges. It's resilient. It's most protected against injury and disease. When we're iron deficient, we're weak, physically, mentally, and spiritually. So there are Rudolf Steiner did found certain medicine practices, and there are Rudolf Steiner hospitals throughout Europe who actually use meteorite iron in homeopathic medicine to fortify and support the protection in the body. So during the most recent plague, for example, this was how patients in these hospitals with the virus were treated. And this, they reported that it resulted in 0 mortality rate. They did not lose any lives, and the result was 100% of cases recovered. So watching the meteor showers with reverence can really help to infuse our being with the spiritual protection of the energy of the iron molecules. And of course, in turn, this radiates on the other levels physically too. So in these cases, whenever lower astral energies are attracted to and attached to our energy field, they can contribute to feelings of depression, anxiety, fear, worry, any kind of suffering, addictions, and they can even attract toxic relationship circumstances. They can attract toxic environments and situations. You can have like continued confrontation with trauma that we may have thought we left behind long ago, that we thought we healed, comes back to haunt us. So these lower vibrational emotions, the depression, the suffering, it can lower our immune system, and it can make us susceptible to injury that may not heal properly. So this prolongs greater suffering into a seemingly never-ending downward spiral roller coaster. And we can literally feel out of control when we're in this state, and we can forget our own divinity. We can become so accustomed to feeling this way after a time that we may forget what it even feels like to live at the highest vibration that's our birthright. But there's this protection available from heaven, and it destroys these lower astral Gorgon dragons if we just call upon it. So in the book of Revelation, it actually forewarns us of the deceptive dragons, describing it as the glamorous, beautiful, and seductive satanic lies. So Revelation 12, 13, 16, 20 tells of the deceptions and the corruptions that has come over humanity, that has hypnotized humanity, and that Archangel Michael can conquer the dragons with his sword of truth. So there's protection available, and this is not the only place that talks about these. The dragons are spoken of all through all tribes all across humanity. If you like really dig through, if you look at the ancient stories, it all tells the same story. So all over Europe and Mexico, for example, you'll see statues of Michael slaying the dragon. So it's positioned in the most high places, these beautiful statues. And they're positioned in the highest places over major cities, all over Mexico, all over Europe, as reminders that we have free will and that we always have this protection available if we choose. And since humankind has free will, we have to use it. We have to declare this protection for ourselves and for our loved ones to benefit from it. So, and I have actually included prayers in my blog post whenever I wrote about this topic. So you can go to thestarqueen.com/blog and you can see that there if you so choose to participate in the prayers. And I invite you to do so, or to speak your own prayers daily for yourself, your family, and all of humanity, because we have to do our part in fighting the deception and the corruption that's been happening on the planet. And so we have to remember to take responsibility and continue to make this choice every day and call in this protection. So it's there for us. And it can really help us out of some troubling situations. And we have some pretty extreme astrology happening now. And you can look at my divine alchemy of the new moon prayers and invitations, and where I predicted fires, and we just happen to have these fires happening, and the ancient secrets of the most powerful star. I just wrote that. There's a lot happening this month, so I invite you to look at these videos, subscribe to the blog, and learn more. And remember that astrology is a gift from God, and it's a gift from our ancestors. It's the map that helps to guide humanity as the leaders that we are, to lead ourselves, to lead our families, to lead our legacies, our businesses into a life of joy, fulfillment, contribution, success. Every star, whenever you took your first breath, every star and planet were aligned perfectly to reflect your soul's blueprint, your genius, your gifts, your lessons. And it's our birthright to be able to access this. So if you desire to claim your proper seat of leadership and to really if you are stuck in what your next moves may be, or how to get to your next levels, then your own soul's blueprint can tell you this. So if you would like this support and guidance, I invite you to book a consultation with me, and I'll put the link in the description below, or you can go to thestarqueen.com/services. Okay. And enjoy watching the beautiful Perseids meteor shower.